Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Root Beer here, and I'm going to be starting another math contest, the 2009 Hypatia contest. So this is the grade 11 written solution contest put out by the University of Waterloo. If you're looking for the multiple choice grade 11, that's the fair math paper, and that's somewhere else on my channel. We're going to be going through the written Hypatia. Okay, so if you'd like to try this contest, and I do always encourage you guys to try these contests before watching these videos, you can click the very first link down there in the description, and it will get you a copy of this contest. You can print it out, try it on your own. It's 75 minutes, and calculators are allowed. And do not forget, you need to write everything up. You need to justify all your statements there. So give it a try, and then come back, because we're going to be going through question number 1 in this video, and then question 2 in the next video, and so on. Okay. Emma counts the number of students in her class with each eye and hair color. And she summarizes the results in the following table. So we've got hair colors, brown, blonde, or red, eye color, blue, green, or brown. Every student's only going to fit into one of these categories. So you're not going to have a blue-eyed, brown-haired student counted here, but also they somehow are counted as a green-eyed, red-haired student. It just doesn't work. So if we wanted to, we could count up the number of students in Emma's class, that sort of thing. We can even just count up how many students have brown hair, just by adding this column, 3, 2, 2, for example. So this chart has a lot of information here. Okay, so we got 4 parts to this question. We're going to have to justify, use some explanation for each question. Question A, what percentage of the students have both green eyes and brown hair? So we're going to have to calculate percentage, and now that I've highlighted that, I see we're going to have to do a percentage here and percentage here. So we're going to have to be doing a lot of percentages. So it might be a good idea to remember, how do we calculate percentage? Okay, well, you turn it into a fraction, the number of things you want out of the total number of things, and you multiply that by 100%. Okay, so what percentage of the students have green eyes and brown hair? Well, if it's a percentage of the students, it might be a good idea to know how many students there are in total. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy our chart, our table here, and we've got, it was blue, green, and brown eyes, and then it was brown, blonde, and redhead. Okay, and I think it was 3, 2, 2, and I think I saw 4 in the blonde column, but I honestly don't remember where it was. I was in the middle, so 2, 4, 3, and 1, 2, 1. Okay. And we'll just double check. Brown, blonde, red, blue, green, brown, 3, 2, 2, 2, 4, 3, 1, 2, 1. Alright, everything looks good. So, if I wanted, say, the number of students with blue eyes, I would add up 3 plus 2 plus 1. 6 students have blue eyes. 8 students have green eyes. And 6 students, again, have brown eyes. Or if I wanted just the brown hair, I add up this column. 7 students have brown hair. 2 plus 4 plus 3, and 9 of them are blonde. And 1 plus 2 plus 1, 4 are red. Now, if I want the total number of students, I don't add up both of these numbers. I just pick one and add it up. 6, 8, 6. That's going to be 20. 7, 9, 4 is 20 as well. So either way we add it up. We might say, I will use the dark blue. So 20 students in total. Okay. And that wasn't given to us, so we did have to work out the 20. So having the chart there, having those numbers there, and saying, yep, I conclude that there are 20 students, that'd probably be worth a mark here. So translating the table data into real numbers that we're going to work with. So we want what percentage of the students have both green eyes and brown hair. So green eyes and brown hair, 2 students out of 20 have green eyes and brown hair. So as a percentage, we write 2 divided by 20, and then we have to bring in the percents in here. So we multiply by 100%. Now 2 over 20 is 1 over 10. 100 times 1 over 10 is just 100 over 10. This is going to be 10%. So 10% of the students have green eyes and brown hair. Okay. So that does away with A part. How about B? What percentage of the students have green eyes or brown hair or both? So the number of students with green eyes we said was 8. The number of students with brown hair is 7. So the number of students just with green eyes plus the number of students just with brown hair, well, that's going to be 8 plus 7, but we've overlapped here. We've counted the students with both green and brown twice. 3 plus 2 plus 2 is 7. 2 plus 4 plus 2 is 8. So minus those students with both, and I think that's the real trick here. So 8 plus 7 minus 2. Or you could say, well, it needs to be the blue and brown, so that's 3. The green and brown, that's 2. The brown and brown, that's 2. The green and blonde, that's 4. The green and red, that's 2. Add all those up. We're still going to get 13. And we want percentage. So that's going to be 13 over 20 times 100%. Now 100 over 20 is 5. 5 times 13. And if you need to, of course, use your calculator. But 65% of the students have green eyes, brown hair, or both green eyes and brown hair. All right. So having summarized the table and actually worked some of these things out, we're finding that the question is going quite smoothly. We did A and B part really without having to think too much. It's question 1, but that's still an accomplishment in and of itself. This is the Hypatia after all. Okay, C part. Of the students who have green eyes, so now we're sort of limiting ourselves to this little row here, the 2, 4, and the 2. What percentage also have red hair? How are we going to do this? The exact same way we've been doing everything. Percentage is calculated by how many things we're looking at, how many of the things that we want to have happen, in this case green and red, over how many things in total, in this case since we're out of the students who have green eyes, the total number of students with green eyes. Multiply that by 100%. Okay? And just a sentence or two of explanation, I think we're all set. So we'll get back here. So there are 8 students with green eyes. 2 of them have red hair. So we have the percentage is going to be 2 out of 8, not 2 out of 20, because we sort of narrowed the sample space or the stuff that we're working with. However many brown-eyed students are, it doesn't impact this particular question. So 2 over 8 is a quarter, and a quarter of 100 is 25, so we have 25%. Okay. So we'll flip back to the chart just because I might need to refer to it for the next question. And yeah, that's C part all done. D, determine how many students with red hair must join the class so that the percentage of students in the class with red hair becomes 36%. Okay. So we know that there are 4 students that have red hair. 4 out of 20, that's going to be 1 out of 5. That's 20% of the class has red hair. And maybe we give a name, a variable name R. So we'll let R be the number of redheaded students who need to join. So I might say something like there are 4 students. 1 plus 2 plus 1. With red hair. Let little r be the number of redheads red-haired students who join the class. Now we have to calculate. We want 36% is equal to our percentage. So that'll be 4 plus the new red-headed students over, and it won't be 20, because as students get added, this number of students, the total number of students increases as well. So we'll have 20 plus R here, and times the usual 100%. Okay. So now, what can we do here? Well, first thing, I'm probably going to cancel out the percents. Don't really need them. I also think I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides. And now I think we just sort of multiply everything by 20 plus R. So 9 times 20 plus R is equal to 4 plus R times 25. So that's 180 plus 9R is equal to 100 plus 25R. And we rearrange 100. Take 100 away from the 180, we get 80. And then 25R minus 9R, that's going to be 16R. Divide by 16 on both sides, we'll get 5 is equal to R. 5 students must join. Okay, would this actually make sense? If we had 5 more students, we'd have 9. And we'd have 25 students in total, 9 out of 25. Yeah, that's really going to be 36%. So everything worked out just fine and dandy. And of course, if you need to use your calculator for something like this, I know I tend to just use my fractions here, but that's because I'm experienced and I like the challenge of not using my calculator. If it's going to go faster for you, absolutely use your calculator. Okay, but we're going to flip the page in anticipation of our next question, and that will be question number 2. So thank you guys for watching as we start off this Hypatia. I will see you for question number 2 in the next video.